Revolutionary Guard Corps naval commander Ali Raza Tangsiri has reportedly been killed in a US-Israeli strike in Iran's coastal city of Bandar Abbas. The report comes from Israeli media, which cites an Israeli official, though there has been no confirmation yet from Israel or the Israeli military. Now, Tangsiri was one of the most prominent figures in Iran's naval command structure. He had been in position since 2018 and was considered a key architect of Iran's maritime strategy in the region. Notably, he played a significant role in the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical oil shipping routes. Over the years, Tangsiri has emerged as a high-value target. He was among the few senior commanders who had reportedly survived multiple assassination attempts attributed to US and Israeli operations. Now, the strike is said to have taken place in Bandar Abbas, a strategic coastal hub that serves as a key base for Iran's naval operations in the Persian Gulf. This development comes as the ongoing conflict in the region enters its fourth week, with tensions continuing to rise and attacks increasing in both frequency and intensity. So let's look at who exactly was Ali Raza Tangsiri, because this is an IRGC naval commander who has played a very strategic and important role, and now Israel claims that he has been assassinated. So let's look at his profile. Ali Raza Tangsiri was a top IRGC naval commander in Iran, and you can look at his profile over there as well. Tangsiri actually led the IRGC Navy since 2018. So this is what we are coming to know. He played a very key role in Iran's maritime security and operations as well. So he has been the strategist, the architect of Iran's maritime security as well. He controlled the strategic naval movements in the Persian Gulf region. That's the very important region that Iran currently has a chokehold over. Tangsiri overlooked operations in the Strait of Hormuz. That is the bone of contention right now, even in the war, as it is Iran's trump card. He was known for his strong anti-US and anti-Israel position as well. Obviously, he was known, and hence he was also the target of many assassination attempts. He was considered a powerful figure in Iran's military structure as well, one of the very few who have over the past few weeks survived many attempts of assassination. And Tangsiri's death could impact Iran's naval strategy and regional tensions as well. So obviously, if the reports are true, then we will look at a changed structure. Let me in fact go across to Joyata Basu now for more on this, because this is a very important development that's coming out of Iran. Ma'am, when we're looking at this assassination, he was a naval commander who was responsible for the closure of Strait of Hormuz. Now, we know that the strait has created quite many problems for countries across the globe. It has proved to be Iran's trump card as well in this war that is currently ongoing. But ma'am, we are also looking at a situation where Iran has time and again shown the world that if one person goes, they manage to replace him with yet another leader.
Well, first of all, let us make one thing very clear. I mean, Iran does not have much of a navy left, in spite of whatever it is being, what is going on right now is Iran, maybe the Americans and the Israelis are hitting the Iranians, maybe in a manner that perhaps has not been seen in recent warfare. Iran is hitting one missile and maybe targeting something in particular. So a lot of publicity is happening over that. So it is not that the, of course, there are major plan failures and follies in whatever the US strategy is. But it is not that Iran is winning this war. They are not. Their navy is decimated. So whether one naval commander goes and is replaced by somebody else, that is not going to really affect the thing. Because when you are looking at what is happening on Strait of Hormuz, the real threat is that Iran is saying that they are going to mine the seabed. That becomes a problem. And when it comes to, I mean, it is not Iranian Navy ships that are attacking ships. The attack is coming from the land. The missiles, etc., those things, that is why Strait of Hormuz is very unsafe. As I said, do not forget that Iranian Navy almost has ceased to exist. So whether this man comes or goes or something, it does not really matter, because ultimately the decision is going to be taken by the whoever is now leading Iran, whoever the IRGC people are. And Iran also has this, I mean, they have decentralized commands. That is something, that is one of the reasons why, even if the head is cut off, even if there is decapitation, there are these decentralized commands which are in a position to take charge and, execute certain decisions. So as long as they can hold on to it, but of course, Iran is making extremely unreasonable demands. So they are saying that any ship passing through it, for the talks that they are talking about, any ship passing through it will have to pay us money. Why? As India has talked about, that unclosed, the open sea, you cannot charge us money for what is actually international passage. So you see, there is going to be trouble. And now the thing that is going to happen is that it seems like that so-called, I thought this topic was going to be about Pakistan saying that Iran is kind of, Israel did not bomb two Iranian leaders on our plea and all that, which is all nonsense.
We will get to that, ma'am. We will get to that later in the discussion.
The thing is that, you see, so right now what is going on is that we have to see how much more of a strategic mistake the US makes and will continue to make. Because right now it seems what Trump is planning is that he's planning to put boots on the ground, primarily to capture Kharg Island and some neighboring islands, which also UAE also claims. But you see, if they cannot, I mean, it's not going to be easy, because when it comes to land force, IRGC is there. It is not that, sea force is gone largely, but the land force is very much there, and the missiles and all. Okay, there has been severe degradation, there is no doubt about it. There has been weakening, of course. But the thing is that, but in spite of that, they are there. It is not that they are not there. So the thing is that I agree to the fact that yes, possibly, unless better sense prevails, unless dialogue happens, I think we are going to enter into a worse phase. But at the same time, let's also not forget that Iran cannot sustain this war for long. And Iran is up against the military might of the US and Israel. So it cannot. I mean, there will be a lot of bravado and posturing, which is going on right now, but it cannot sustain this.
All right. All right. In fact, let me also rope in our next guest, Mr. Sanjeev Srivastava, on this.